what is up, everybody? Welcome to our week one podcast. I'm Sam, and of course we have with us Rob as always. How's it going, Rob?
It's fine, Sam.
It's fine, and I apologize if you guys hear my printer go in the background, but I don't want to stop my printer. It's gonna go, so hopefully it won't be too annoying.
He's already printing out his own trophy after his 250
hey, you know what? Let's get right to it. Let's start with our conference first, Rob. Next week we'll go with the other conference first. But speaking of which, let's start off with my matchup, a whopping 265 versus Golden State's 109. Rob, I was happy with my results, Rob. You know, believe it or not, I was kind of happy with it.
You were pleased with the results, were you, Sam?
I was pleased. Yeah. I was surprised when Aaron Rodgers went down. I started crying. You know, I started crying when he got a card off. You know, repeat of last year because he was hurt last year too. So, it was exciting. Tom Brady. You know, Tom Brady played early. He did very well as usual. I mean, dude, I hate Tom all I want, but he's just one of the best QBs. Okay, you know what I mean. I'll admit that. You know, but I was just too much for Mr. Golden State Heavyweight, Rob. But yeah, and Tay wanted to remind me that yes, last year I got high score early in the season, and then I did nothing after that. So Tay wanted to remind me that happened last year. Okay.
Well, I'm happy that Tay is here to provide needles for your balloons, and I say in the sake of time here, that we stop celebrating yourself, Sam. We just move on to the next game.
We move into the next game. Let's go to.
All right, we'll give you a quick break.
No, that's fine.
I really, the one thing I would dwell on is Kenyon Drake, dude. What happened? But Jesus Christ, man, 59 out of Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Chiefs fans like myself.
Tyreek Hill,
himself,
Patrick Mahomes, the 1-2 combo.
2 shuttle passes, but how about the 34-yard on the run, all-arm pass to Tyreek Hill, followed quickly by the pass to the fullback coming on the circle route. That was like.
They have a young QB there in Mahomes and a big arm, so we'll have to see how the season goes with them. See if Chiefs. Let's face it, I think Chiefs by week 1 it looks like Chiefs has that division. You know what I mean?
No, the Raiders are coming back, man. Just to put it in perspective here, and we'll move on to the next game. But Patrick Mahomes already one game, greatest Chiefs quarterback ever, and that just tells you about the history of Chiefs quarterbacks, dude. Until Patrick Mahomes won the game in Week 17 last year, that was the first time that a quarterback the Chiefs had drafted had won a football game since 1983. This is true, dude. All right. Yeah. But no, Sam, great game. So 265. That may hold for quite some time.
Maybe, yeah. We'll see how. Yeah.
The good news is for Golden State, you wouldn't have beat anybody. So, moving on.
Let's talk about Kelly Panthers and High Rollers. 99 to 172. Good Lord, the Saints defense messed them up for a negative 15, Rob.
Oh, Jesus, Gravity. I mean, it's, I texted Michael, who I was playing. We had a great text thing going back and forth. I said, dude, the Saints defense is a mess. He goes, I don't think their defense is a mess. And I was like, well, when you're giving up 48 points at home to a freaking backup quarterback who may be better than the starting quarterback, we all know that.
Yep.
I'm going to say at least for today, the defense is a mess. I mean, it's kind of inarguable, right?
Yeah. But come on, let's face it, New Orleans ain't known for the defense, though, right? I mean, teams have been scoring on them, though. So.
Well, they kind of thought they fixed that last year. I don't know, but and to reciprocate, Drew Brees was worth 45, right?
Yeah. So big 45. Jared Goff decent with 22, and yeah. Let's take a look at High Rollers real quick. I mean, just running backs. Of course, he flexed the running back. Oh, whoa, no, he flexed the QB. So wow, yeah. Nice points. Look at it, 32, 30, 30, 20, and 23.
Yeah, no, High Rollers came out rolling. I mean, literally. I mean, obviously Gurley's a stud. Keenan Allen, Dalvin Cook was a little, down week, but he'll have some good weeks ahead. Mike Evans, it was nice to see that guy for the first time in like a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
Jaguars D. This is a good team. It's a good team.
Yep.
And we kind of said that on our breakdown there. It's a well put together. It was first round, right? Number 1 pick over there, and it's a good team. Too much for Kelly Panthers this week. Kelly Panthers at 144 points. That's a good week. Bad matchups there, and honestly, I kind of lived this one there with Jared Goff. It showed that he did not play a single snap in the preseason. They probably should have beat the Raiders by about 4 more touchdowns. Flip side is the good news is he probably should have thrown 4 interceptions. The Raiders are just that inept they can't even pick off the gift. So it's I think you're going to see an awful lot more out of that. So Breeze and Goff going forward, he's going to be fine. The running backs, that's the downplay this weekend. Sam Bradford with Fitzgerald, that could be an issue. So we'll see. But High Rollers, he's going to. We'll be talking about him a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go. Let's go to the next matchup. The new guy, the new kid on the block, Autumn Wind and TB12, the Greats. The new guy, he 106. He put up 106. Well, I don't know what to say about his team, Rob.
Well, 106 is never going to get it done in this league, and I mean, I'm sure he's aware of that. It's Ezekiel and Mixon, I'm intimate with that. I mean, it's like I can talk about my team with all these guys. Best thing I can say about Ezekiel is we're praying there are better days to come because that offensive game plan that they pulled out, they weren't going to win against Carolina.
No.
But that was some horse shit straight up that they were pulling out there that day. I don't know what they were doing. That coordinator, Linehan, I think is his name, he has no business in the NFL. It's embarrassing. They have one great player on their team, and he's having a thoroughly mediocre guy throw to, mid-range talents for the first half of the game. And, it's amazing. They finally started giving the ball to Elliott, and they started scoring. So we'll dwell on that. TB12, the great, blows it up. Alvin Kamara, huge week. Michael Thomas, huge week. I don't love having the running back wide receiver tandem, but when they do that, as long as their defense continues to play like that, this team should be championship quality. Deshaun Watson, let's save Deshaun Watson for Michael and I, but God damn, that was an ugly-ass return to football. The Patriots are good, and really pretty good, but, oh, God. He was bad.
Yeah.
So, all right, but hey, great game for TB12, 190, and
of course, the Rams defense against the Raiders, put up 32 points here for us.
Sam, save it for our separate podcast. That was going to take about 3.5 hours.
That would take a long time.
Sit here and progressively get drunker and drunker and bash on the Raiders and Derek Carr.
Yeah.
I could go on till like Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay, but we'll be nice because most of the guys in the league are smart enough not to have Raiders on their team.
Yes.
So, moving forward.
Let's go to El Oso Verde versus the Bag and the Bat. Now, Thanos' team is kind of messed up. I was texting back and forth here recently, yesterday and today, and Rob, and I know his team is totally going to change here probably this week, So he has a miserable 102 showing this week, and El Oso Verde did pretty good. 143 is legit. So if you score 140, you should win most of the time.
I actually put that bar about 150, and it's no guarantee even then.
Nope.
When guys are putting up like, I don't know, what was it, Sam, 265?
260, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. When it comes to these guys, obviously Mahomes, who I can tell you, insider info, he's like, oh, Dad, you think maybe like I should go with Mahomes, and I'm worried, benching him over Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson, I'm just feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. So, just a slight 40-point difference. I'm like, really? Allen Robinson or Patrick Mahomes. This is not a hard decision. So that turned out pretty good. So, Tay, you can thank me for that loss because if I'm not mistaken now, No, he still would have lost.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, okay, a 40-point swing, 40-point swing, yeah.
Fournette going down, I think this about broke my son's heart. But in this game, these two guys right here, they both actually played all right. Aaron Rodgers severely propped up Tay.
Yeah.
Severely propped up Tay. Okay, Tay, you didn't play all right. But Rodgers got you respected. But for God's sakes, the Detroit Lions, what a...
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It already looks like Matt Patricia is just like the latest in a long line of complete washouts off the Belichick coaching tree, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
It's like a tree that bears nothing but bullshit. So there you go.
Yep. So good job, also. You can thank Gang Green for that advice. Well, yeah, he would have won anyways, but let's go to our next match.
By a point.
Yeah, let's go to our next matchup. A closer matchup here: Wolfpack versus the Heart Foundation, 196 to 170. Phillip Rivers, I hate the guy, but man, the guy puts up numbers. Russell Wilson, decent with 32. Tyreek Hill, 59. Dude, that guy is crazy.
And all the more reason until the Chiefs get Eric Berry back, and Orlando Scandrick has no business playing in the NFL, which really kind of helped Phillip Rivers. Rivers really can't throw the ball much more than 15 yards anymore, so it is what it is. Russell Wilson, but he had a nice day. It was mostly garbage time playing catch up. Russell Wilson played very nicely. Don't confuse it.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. The one you got to dwell on here is like, hey Todd, at what point did you not realize that the Buffalo Bills are employing a high school team, and the Steelers don't play well on the road? Leaving the Ravens on the benches, dude. You would almost think they won that game so badly that there was a scoring error in our system, but it's not. It's all perfect because I programmed it. So, but he won. Nice game. Heart Foundation, Vikings, D look good. This is really a pretty damn good week. 170.
170.
Deserved to win. Should have won. Ran into the wrong team, man.
Bad.
There's literally nothing else you can say. Should have won with 170. He's got enough to win.
Yeah.
He schedule did him no favor this week, and that's just a bad loss. I don't know if 170 will stay up for the payoff, but it's a good start.
Yep. 170 is a bad beat this week. Now, Rob, is there some post that you'll have a sticky note somewhere that says, those things, high score of the week and then bad beat of the week, just so people can have a running tally? Is there a sticky? No, is there a sticky? Is what I was asking about. Is there like a sticky that we can put on there that? Anyways, that's something for later. But yeah, just something that people can aim for. You know what I mean, Rob? People can aim for. Anyways, let's go to your matchup, Rob. Gang Green versus Degenerate Bastards. Oh, so close.
Yeah, so close. Yeah. I'll tell you what, both of us ran in there with one quarterback. Both of us had tough matchups. Mine, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Ridiculous. It was the best thing I say. It was a great game. It was game of the week, in my opinion. It was not the highest scoring, but what we went out there with, it was pretty even. Some concerns out there in general. Just a lot of fun to go back and forth with Michael on text for about 2 straight days. So it's he's a wealth of football knowledge. We have a real good time going back and forth, and I would have liked to have won. I didn't. I'm sure he would have liked. He's happy he won, but that's how it goes. It's. Kamara, man, was really the difference in this thing, and
Minnesota defense
played well.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of kicking myself though because I could have gone with Garoppolo instead of the great Derrick Henry, which and I would have won, but so
coulda, woulda, shoulda, but no, that was really close. Did it? Yeah, okay.
It felt like it was, if you actually sat and watched the end of that game, which we both did, it was kind of perplexing why Goff was still throwing, but I assume that he was simply practicing because he hadn't thrown a lot. The big thing in this game is if you look at those combined quarterbacks, obviously Wentz is hurt and Garoppolo, in this league, it's hard to win all the time with one quarterback. And we got 5 total points, so we'll see how it goes. I feel pretty good about my team going forward in some parts, and I'm a little nervous about in others. So we'll see.
Sure. Yep. Yeah, it was a close game. All right, let's go to our next matchup: Straight LA versus New Denver, 141-97. Let's talk about Straight LA first. 97 points. His defense scored the most points for him. That's about it, Rob. I don't know what else to talk about there.
Oh, we got static. You must have missed everything good I said about that performance this week.
Yeah.
New Denver, this game sucks. Let's move on to the next one. We'll talk about these guys when they play in a better game, man.
Yep. Let's go to our last matchup. Savs versus Raunchy Nuggets. The defending champion goes down to Savs.
And it wasn't really close. Savs and Cody, had they played, this would have been a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Savs has a good team. Again, he's kind of like high rollers over there. There's going to be plenty to talk about. Savs, it's a nice looking team.
It is.
It's an easy win for him. Scott just doesn't have enough to keep up right now. Straight up. He's going to have to. He just doesn't have a team that's going to keep up with that this week, and I don't know what else to say about it. I guess he should have started Isaiah Crowell, and it would have been closer. But Kareem Hunt, was a downplay this week, even though it sure kind of seemed like he was involved in the game plan more. But it was. Savs, probably the most interesting thing out of this game that I can find to talk about is Chris Hogan was nowhere to be found. So there you go.
Yeah. While we have a little bit here, why do you think Kareem Hunt underperformed? You're a Chiefs fan.
Underperformed? He performed perfectly fine. He didn't fumble the ball. The quarterback was too busy tossing, and Tyreek was too busy running it back.
Dude, I'm telling you.
One thing that I'd like to point out about Kansas City that you kind of miss sometimes, their special teams are so exceptionally good and, really just way above everybody else almost in the NFL. That it takes points away sometimes. Mahomes was throwing the ball all over the field, and he only ended up with 256 yards.
Yeah.
It's because, short fields, fumbles, things like that, they're forced. It's just, they steal almost 14 points a game on special teams. So they're just absurdly good at that. So they didn't need Hunt that much. They were too busy doing those shuttle passes that I know Mike loves. And there you go.
Awesome. Well, those are all our matchups. Now, guys, remember, waivers tonight, they'll start sometime
tomorrow morning by
tomorrow
11
morning.
a.m.
Oh, tomorrow by 11 a.m. So on the safe side, get your waivers in tonight, and hopefully you guys read or reread, to familiarize yourself with how our waivers work, okay? And maybe I'll make a screenshot with some tutorial on how to do it if you guys really need me to. But no, it's all good, folks. And that was a very quick podcast, and I'm glad it was because I know my printer noise is making a lot of noise here, and I don't want to annoy you guys. But Rob, before we cut off our podcast here, you want to add anything else?
No, with the waiver wire, it's the same thing. Everybody, a little rusty. I love the app. I love everything about this app. And by the way, it's one of the only apps you can find out there that will support two leagues cross-conference like we do.
Yes.
The waiver wire is a little bit cumbersome. Just take your time, get it in. Don't blame the commission to screw it up. Go ahead and read it. So good luck. And yes, be sure to drop all your good players. So. And just as a reminder, right after that goes, free agents are open till 8 o'clock on Saturday, right?
Yes, you guys. So awesome.
And all right,
awesome.
Dan, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Rob, and thank you for tuning in, folks. Good luck this week.